Good evening, Northern Colorado. This is Whiskey Zero, Delta Delta Zulu. My name is Dave, and I am net control for tonight's Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club Net. The purpose of this net is to provide a forum for announcements of amateur radio-related events, a meeting time on air to encourage social interaction between club members, and to provide a point of contact for club executive board members. This net may be interrupted at any time for emergency or priority traffic. If you need to use the system for an emergency during the net, please say break and give your call sign. We will acknowledge you and suspend the net until you advise you are clear. Is there any emergency or priority traffic at this time? This net may be interrupted at any time. All licensed amateur radio operators with 70 centimeter privileges are encouraged to check into the net. Club membership is encouraged but not required for participation. This net will begin as a directed net and shift into an open net. There will be an opportunity for stations with equipment to sell to announce their items. Check-ins are requested for the purposes of counting participation with no checkout required. Once all stations are checked in, Net Control will ask for club executive board members if they have any announcements, and then we'll call for announcements from other operators. Please be courteous once the formal part of the net is over and allow for a break for other stations to be a part of the conversation. When checking into the net, please give your call sign slowly using the ITU phonetic alphabet. This evening, we have had 24 check-ins. I'll start by taking check-ins from club board members. Club board members who have not checked in already, please call.
Kilo Delta Zero, Uniform Juliet Kilo, Steve and Nunn, Secretary. Traffic.
Good evening, Dave. This is November 0, Echo Mike Papa, Greg, Fort Collins, member at large, no traffic, and I have with me K0DBE, Debbie.
Good evening, Steve, Greg, and Debbie. Any other club board members who'd like to check in, please call. I'll now take check-ins from members. Member stations who have not already checked in, Alpha through Zulu, please call.
Alpha India 7, Papa Mike, 7 p.m. Phil, and Highlands Ranch tonight.
Well, we had traffic from a few people. I did get AI 7 p.m. Phil, welcome to the net. Other stations, please come again.
W0DAS, Dave, Fort Collins.
Welcome, Dave. Any other stations in that little pile-up want to come back? Any other member stations who'd like to check in, please call.
Kilo Echo Zero, Tango Mike Bravo. This is Matt in Loveland.
And KOTQO with a relay.
Yeah, go ahead, Dusty.
There's one station that's been trying to check in, but he appears to be just transmitting on the output. If we can let the repeater drop and have that station try it once more, I might be able to pick it up and relay that in.
Yeah, go ahead and try it again. We'll see if Dusty can relay that in.
All right, Scott in Loveland, Colorado, and Kilo Delta 7. I'm sorry, say your call one more time. All right, it's Kilo Delta 0 Papa Foxtrot Yankee in Loveland.
I got Kilo Delta 0 Papa Foxtrot Yankee Scott in Loveland. Does that sound correct?
I believe so, Scott. Is that correct? Over. Dave, I believe he said yes. He's right at the edge of my coverage, and I'm mobile and having a hard time copying him. But I believe that's correct. Over.
Awesome. Thank you for the relay, Dusty, and welcome to the net, Scott and Matt. Any other stations who'd like to check in? We'll do all stations, Alpha through Zulu. Please call.
Good evening from the net. Here is November 6, Bravo, X-Ray, Oscar, Fort Collins.
Good evening, N6BXO. What was the name?
The name is Colin, C-O-L-I-N.
Good evening, Colin. Welcome to the net. Any other stations who'd like to check in, please call.
Golf 6, Uniform, Delta Tango, Ed Bertha, no traffic.
Whiskey 0 Bravo Uniform Hotel, Arlen, Fort Collins.
And I doubled with that. Kilo India 0, Kilo November, James in Loveland.
Good evening, Ed, Arlen, and James. Any other stations who'd like to check in, please call.
Kilo Delta 0 Quebec Bravo Michael in Windsor.
Uniform in Loveland.
Good evening, Michael. And right after Michael, there was somebody that came in. I didn't catch you. Come back one more time.
That's Kilo Echo 5, Zulu Romeo Uniform. This is Tara, or Ann, in Loveland.
And good evening. Any other check-ins for tonight's Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club Net, please call. Hearing none, we will now move on to net business. Darren, did you have anything for the net?
Good evening to Dave in the net. I have nothing for the net this evening. KC0 ZIE.
Steve and James both indicate, or I'm sorry, Steve and Greg both indicated they had no traffic. James, did you have anything for tonight's net?
I think just wanted to briefly say, obviously lots of people heard I'm working on the link to 750. The link is actually fine. The 750's got a little issue down there I'm actively working on. So we'll see if we can get that back up as quick as possible. The only other thing I wanted to mention is Echolink. I know Alec is on it tonight. I think I have found the problem as to why a couple of people are getting the unauthorized message when they try and log in. Hopefully tonight that's cleared up, but the permanent fix should be in place in a day or two. If anybody has any problems with Echolink, please let me know. And that's all I have tonight. Thanks, Dave. KI0CAN, back to you.
I appreciate it, James. We definitely appreciate the work you do. Are there any stations with questions for the board tonight? Did any other stations have any announcements they wish to make to the net? Hearing none, we've reached the gear swap portion of the net. Are there any stations with equipment to sell or stations looking for a piece of equipment? Please call. Does any station have any other topics they'd like to discuss with the net? This is Whiskey Zero, Delta Delta Zulu for the Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club Weekly Net. Are there any late check-ins, comments, questions, or anything else before we close the net this evening?
This is Alpha Echo Zero Charlie, Foxtrot, Ben, Fort Collins, late check-in.
Good evening, Ben, and I think you may have had a double with you. Was there another station in there?
KE0, Uniform Foxtrot, Juliet, 10.
Good evening, Tim. Any other late check-ins, questions, discussion, or anything else before we close the net? Hearing nothing, this concludes the Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club Net. I'd like to thank each station for their participation. This net will occur again next Wednesday at the same time on this repeater. The repeater is now open for general use. For watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.